everything you need to know about Panera Gate, Gavin Newsom, the $20 minimum wage, and the controversy that many are saying Panera Bread is actually exempt. So what is going on here? Was this a little bit of a backdoor dealing? So a bill passed in California that would raise the minimum wage for most fast food restaurants to $20 per hour. Although there was a very random exemption in there, and apparently this is an exemption that Gavin Newsom himself fought for. And this exemption is you are exempt on this $20 minimum wage if your restaurant produces and makes their own bread. Why this exemption in particular was fought for and added in, that still has yet to be explained, but it actually exempts Panera Bread, which interestingly enough, there is a franchise owner who happens to go way back, who is really good friends with Gavin Newsom. He's also a major donor, not only in Gavin Newsom's previous campaigns, but even in his current recall campaign that is actually happening right now. I believe that vote happened yesterday, today. It's happening. Now, people rightfully have questions about this. This appears on the surface to be a conflict of interest. Well, Gavin Newsom and his office has pushed back on this wholeheartedly, denying anything, saying that Gavin Newsom and this franchise owner, they have never once met about this, and all of these allegations are completely absurd, but also they said something that, if true, would actually blow this whole thing apart. And they said, in fact, Panera Bread is not exempt from this because they don't actually make their dough in store. It's made somewhere else. So they're actually not exempt. Now, again, if that's true, that's a really big deal, but we don't know yet. It hasn't taken an effect yet, but it will very soon. So we'll find out. Now, the Attorney General of California, Bonta, was recently asked about this in a press conference. This is what he said, because people are wanting an investigation. What's going on? Are they exempt? Was this sort of a conflict of interest? What's happening here? And this is what he said.
We have received the letter and we are reviewing it. And when there's something further to share, we will. But we are reviewing it at this time, and we acknowledge receipt of the letter. I'm aware of it.
Is it something you're interested in investigating potentially? I mean, are you just reviewing the letter, or are you reviewing the merits of what they're asking you to do?
We're reviewing the letter, and we're interested in all letters that we receive. And you probably are not surprised to hear that we receive hundreds of letters. We receive many letters every day, and everyone's important. And we take them seriously, and we review them, and we respond appropriately, and we will do the same thing here.
Okay, let's say that we find out Panera Bread is in fact not exempt and they're going to be paying their staff a minimum wage of $20 per hour. What I would be curious to know is what prompted Gavin Newsom to fight to keep in that exemption of bread making? Like, what was the thinking? What was the rationale behind that? Because we'll play devil's advocate and say that Panera Bread is in fact not exempt. Okay, so what was that all about then? I'm genuinely curious.